I guess Metal D. I gotta make sure to rank Metal D as well. But okay, so this was obviously a joke because you know my thoughts on boss fights. I made sure just to start it and then fire a single summon sword uh, and then immediately cancel it. But okay, hold on a second. I went to increase this up a bit. Okay, so this actually here, I think I may actually have the document that I was using. Where is it? No. Yeah, no, Blossom did. That was hilarious. I was actually there. I was there for that because I watched part of his stream earlier. I thought it was funny. Yeah, but oh, actually, I need to remove that because I just realized that that document has my actual name on it. So I don't think I can show that. I almost just fucking doxed myself. Oh boy. All right. So I guess I'll just be talking about that in a here. Actually, I'll post it to like Notepad. Notepad instead. Yeah, because I actually took cause I took several notes on my entry in particular. Yeah, it's just a bunch of silly stuff. That's my name. And he laughed and said he just guessed a random. Oh no! Yeah. These are my general notes that I took. So for a little bit of context, before I made my entry, so usually before I make whatever entry I choose, I always listen to the song a lot before I start collecting footage for it. And typically, what I'll do is I will adjust the number of clips that are needed and adjust the damage value based off specific parts of the song that I picked. In this case, the song that I picked was more of like an EDM electronic one. So it had sections that were shorter, i.e., the 28 seconds, and there were sections that were longer, where I used longer clips that were closer to like, 57 seconds. Now, the only thing is that some of these notes that I put here, they don't quite pan out the way I wanted it to. I originally was going to do DMD and Hell in Hell uh, just as an opener, just because I thought it would be cool, and then I started collecting footage and realized that I don't want to take the time to learn how to do that. So that was that was unfortunate. But yeah, no. So in general, these are my general notes that I took when I was collecting clips and footage. So yeah, so for the first one, I wanted something that was only about like 28 seconds, and so that's actually why I started there. And so this entry right here, like, so that Doppel setup, like, I cannot fucking believe I got that as a start. Like, that was uh, really really fucking cool. Like, so because the thing is that so I'll do million stab, and then I'll do rapid slash immediately after, sidestep rapid slash, summon Doppel because Doppel's an omni cancel, and then I'll trick up, and then as I'm flying over, Doppel's doing a rapid slash to lift the enemy up in the air, and then I do roulette spin while Doppel's on the opposite side as well, and that was the starter. Like that was so. I really liked the start of that. And so that was so something that I've been trying to do more recently, just because Doppel is a if anyone's willing to I wanted to get better with base Doppel before I considered doing Doppel weapon switch, because I'm the kind of person who I usually don't move on to a mechanic until I've almost completely mastered it. the previous one. That's just how I train and how I learn. Like I will, like I mean, my perfect judgment cut training is any example. I kept going until I could do 100 in a row consistently. And if I failed at any point in between, as in I did like 90 in a row, and then failed 90 for 91, then I don't consider it good enough. So, yeah, such a simple setup. Yeah, no, it is like it looks super dope. But yeah, no, but this one in particular, because one thing I've started doing is I know that I do rapid slash perfect judgment cut a lot. So obviously, because I like perfect judgment cuts, but I've been using Doppel as an omni cancel to cancel my rapid slash animation, just because I think it looks good, and it's a way to change up, my approach to my freestyle approach. So rather than me doing perfect judgment cuts a lot, I'm actually summoning Doppel and trying to go for a setup. What do I do? Like right now in particular, I'm training World of V reverse trick down judgment cut cancels. I can't do it consistently yet. I still mess it up occasionally. That's why I still train it, because again, it's not good enough for me yet. So, but yeah, so I did that, and this one, so this sequence in particular, so one thing I was hoping to do, so that pattern right there, the Beowulf simple combo in A, I was hoping to launch the enemy and keep them suspended in the air while Doppel was doing judgment cuts and keeping the enemy, and I was juggling it and then going for the back slam. Unfortunately, the enemy dropped. Actually, no, the enemy didn't drop. The enemy that I was going to juggle got killed before I could start doing it, and so I had to switch target. So it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, and so yeah, so I made an adjustment. So then I used drive to finish it off, and I sidestepped. And so something else that I do as well. So sometimes I will do a short hop in a judgment cut, and that's usually because I've buffered a judgment cut earlier from a different action, and I'm just essentially cashing it in. And that was a mistake. Usually, if I throw a round trip, it's a mistake. I almost never intentionally throw a round trip. So this was supposed to be a perfect reversal, but I fucked it up. And the flyover was intentional, and those were some simple jump cancels that I was doing. So yeah, so that was the first section of my entry. Yeah, and the one that was supposed to be short because it was only 28 seconds. Yeah, and so my second clip, it was going to be environmental Doppel setup with a slow build up to and then increase APM during the second half of this clip, because this part of the song in particular has like two parts. It has a slower build up, and then after World of V, the beat comes down and drops, and I wanted it to make it so that the second half of it, had more movement. So that was intentional. Like, so yeah, this was really cool actually. So one thing in particular I've found when it comes to Doppel at least. So usually, if you sheath the Yamato like this, it would detonate. But this is like in a weird accessing position where it still gets hit by like the hitbox from Doppel, but not from Vergil. So the summon sword launches, but when Vergil sheaths, it doesn't detonate. Yeah, no, I did. I planned this quite a bit. Like this is my entry for Violent Heaven is what I wanted my entry for Cryocore to be. My Cryocore one did have some planning, but it wasn't the level that I wanted. But for Violent Heaven, this was the closest I got. But yeah, no, and so normally that would detonate, but again, because this enemy is in a weird accessing position, it didn't detonate, and so I made an adjustment. So, and I realized that when I was doing that, so if I detonate, this enemy is probably not going to launch, so it's not going to be high enough. So how do I keep the enemy suspended? So I fire one summon sword there and another summon sword there to keep the enemy suspended when I go for that combo right there. And this actually looks really cool because I do trick down judgment cuts. And this is where it picks up. Yeah, I lowered the volume for that one. Yeah, the rapid slash for detonation to launch. Again, right there. And so this one, I actually saw the Ancient Aura coming, and then I parried it. And then Perfect Judgment Cut, Summon Doppel, launch this. And I like that. I like this setup in particular too, because doing Lunar Phase in SDT has the additional aspect of it has a bounce back. So the Antinora will actually bounce on the ground and then fly up towards Doppel, and then I can continue it by switching to Yamato. And so I was actually a little surprised I got that Rapid Slash. That was supposed to be the fourth hit of Yamato Combo A, or Yamato Combo B, but because of my accessing, it gave me a Rapid Slash instead, which is fine, because Doppels happened to do Aerial Cleave and launch the enemy in the Judgment Cut right there. The Chaos kind of cupped me right there, and this, I'm so disappointed in the end of this clip, because so I actually fired a Summon Sword to keep the enemy suspended, because I was hoping to yeah, no, I did. But I was hoping to catch the enemy and then do like the Doppel displacement with Vergil, and Doppel are on opposite sides with the million slashes on opposite ends, because I think that looks really, really cool. But the enemy fucking died, and and it ate my summoned sword, so this goddamn enemy fell on the ground, and then that's why I thought the fuck me was appropriate for that portion. Yeah, and okay, so that was the first two clips. So yeah, and so it leads up to that build up. So the third clip actually, so this clip was supposed to be like a Doppel in general style for the first half, and then transition into higher APM or movement for jump cancels. But I ended up just doing mostly jump cancels, or doing mostly movement in this one. So this was a mistake. I was trying to catch the enemy after doing that trick dodge, but I don't know if Summon Sword's fire while in the middle of a trick dodge. The enemy ended up landing on the ground. I made an adjustment. That was a misinput. I adjusted for it. Again. So this string in particular this is the only part in my entry where I actually do jump cancels. So I do like a couple quick jump cancels right here. The enemy dies. That was supposed to be a perfect judgment cut, but I messed that up. SR is directing S. That's why you kept it. I see. Too far away. See. Yeah. Yes. Simple jump cancel. Yeah. Yes. Some simple jump cancels there. And so, yes. Fucking me. Yeah. That's why I put the fuck me there, because goddamn kill camp cucked me. That is actually the real, and I'm not making that up. That is the reason why I picked it. It was supposed to be a cool kill cam, but I got fucked. So I said, I think this is fitting to use this. And so yeah, the little crossover. So I like this jump. I like this Doppel summon. I was hoping that I could buffer Doppel to do different inputs, but I fucked it up, unfortunately. So, and this is actually where the music changes a bit. This was a mistake. This was supposed to be a reverse rapid slash, but I fucked up the input. But because I had buffered a judgment cut, that's why I did the short hop right there to make an adjustment. And then I did the actual rapid slash from the detonation familiar that would launch it. And so I saw the enemy coming from behind me in this portion right here, and I was originally trying to go for a reverse rapid slash, but again, I messed it up. But the interesting thing about, not rapid slash, a void slash, there we go. But the interesting thing about void slash is that it still freezes the enemy even if it's behind you, because it has, some reverse hitboxes. So I thought that was actually really, really neat. And I knew the Antinora was going to charge me, and I was hoping that the perfect window would cancel it, but it actually hit me at the same time. And so I took damage right there. And one thing that I've found when I've been playing this game is that I didn't do it intentionally in this part, but taking damage and activating SDT actually allows you to do a launcher. And that's actually what I did there, because and I thought that looked really cool. I did drive afterwards because I wanted the enemy to be a little higher, because I like going up a little higher and doing my jump cancels, because I knew the Antinora was coming, so I wanted to be a little higher up in the air. I did some simple jump cancels again right there. Do that. there's a bit of a pause right there, and that's why I did the trick dodge. This was cool. I really liked that. That was a misinput. That little skirt thing right there is cool, and then the starfall to kill the enemy. And so yeah, so that was the third clip. Now for the fourth clip in particular, the fourth and fifth clip. So I originally wanted two separate clips for these, but I was actually running out of time, and I'd already put like a substantial amount of effort planning this entry out. Like I think I spent like almost 25 hours, actually maybe closer to 30 hours doing my entry, and so I was starting to get kind of tired too. So I ended up, just accommodating, and so this section of the song in particular has a slower part of it, and so that's actually why I was hoping that Starfall would launch, but it didn't. Chaoses have a weird property for some reason. Sometimes they don't launch from Starfall, and that I really like doing Starfall jump cancel and then air stinger flyover. I think it looks really cool. But then unfortunately I realized that, oh fuck, I'm all the way over here. Well, how can I make an adjustment? Obviously I hit this chaos, so I launched it with drive, and then I realized, oh, I'm repeating moves a little too much, because that SDT combo A I'd already used in my previous clip, and so like, okay, I'll cancel it with Doppel summon, and then I can do Lunar Phase again to get Doppel to do Rapid Slash. And again, I like that move because it bounces the enemy, and then it breaks that. And I saw the chaos coming, and I had the perfect judgment cut window right there. And this really annoyed me because I was hoping to catch the enemy with Void Slash. That's something I still gotta work on more. Because some enemies, like, because I use a lot of single fired summon swords to make it so that I can juggle enemies whenever I'm playing. And the timing to fire the single summon sword is so precise to get it to be accurate. I know if I used blistering swords, I'd probably have more success in terms of, getting it so that it would land in the Void Slash. But I don't know. I don't. I honestly don't really like blistering swords that much, especially since I think you can achieve a lot with just single fired summon swords with Vergil as well. So, yeah, and I did that and that. Now this kill cam was really cool. Like the detonation kill cam is always super cool to me. Yeah, and so I actually ended up making an adjustment. So this was another clip. This was timed purposely. The beat dropped as the Stoppel pattern came up. So again, the thing I don't like about this section is I wanted to get Doppel to do a sequence break. That's actually why I switched to Mirage Edge, because if you switch weapons, if you switch to Mirage Edge or Beowulf, Mirage Edge usually has more success. Doppel will continue to do an attack, and then you can switch back to Yamato, and Doppel will continue to do the original attack, but you're starting a new Yamato string. So you get that sequence break displacement. And the environmental part of it made it so that, I could be on opposite sides of Doppel. But unfortunately, with as much as I labbed out this clip, I couldn't get the sequence break to work out as well as I wanted it to. Yeah, the cross section right there was neat. So yeah, yeah. No, I think it's really, really cool, and part of the reasons why I like 5 Vergil so much. Like Doppel is really, really cool. Then doing perfect judgment cut to have Doppel teleport towards me. So, and again, so I actually got hit there, but I used SDT Explosion. I was hoping to use that to launch the enemy, but it didn't work out. But I summoned Doppel instead to launch it, and then I caught it with a summon sword, and then knocked it into this pattern, froze it with heavy rain swords, and I love this setup. This time it was actually intentional. So yeah, no. So that World of V cancel was timed again to that drop. To Yep, yeah, yeah. I've been starting to do that more recently because I realized that okay, well sometimes with doppels up in the air or going somewhere where I don't want it to be too far away, I'll summon it back to me when I'm doing a string. But yeah, so I have a couple options available to me now. Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. I just haven't been using it as much recently.
Now I'm a little motivated.
Yep. Thank you for the motivation. Yeah. So this portion of the clip was the again the one that was gonna have more APM and movement because this is the longer part of the song, about 56 seconds, and then the second half was supposed to be supposed to be more doppel setups, but I ended up reversing it. I usually use fast, just because I do my input super fast. Slow doppel definitely has its uses. I have not actually experimented with slow or normal doppel speeds yet. It just goes to show just how much depth this character has. Again, I still believe I'm only even scratching the surface because again I haven't even experimented with slow. Slow would open up a lot of different avenues because you can buffer inputs for doppel and slow way longer. So yeah, so this was cool again. Lunar Phase Doppel Rapid Slash is always a cool finish. The high time I was hoping the camera was kind of bad there. I will admit I was not fond of that, but then I used Starfall right there, and something that I've been trying to do a lot more recently is usually if I'm not going for a setup, I desummon Doppel because I don't think it looks as good to keep Doppel out when it's kind of just flailing around. Uh, so yeah, so I like this because that was a perfect judgment cut jump and then a short hop one, and then using trick dodge for movement, and then I switched to that, did the side step, and a perfect finish. And right here in particular, there were a couple mistakes. So again, that was a misinput as well. It was supposed to be a judgment cut, but that's fine. And I like this. I did a target switch right there. And so I did the flyover and I realized, okay, I'm starting to repeat patterns a little too much. So I'm going to call out Doppel and try to go for a different setup. And so I called out Doppel. And again, so this was the really interesting part that I was talking about. So when I summoned Doppel, I was actually locked on to the Baphomet over here, that where Doppel is currently targeted. Doppel is currently attacking, and I switched to the Nobody. But that's something I've noticed for Doppel. Like for whatever reason, sometimes it will actually go after different targets when you're fighting multiple enemies. And if there is a way, like I could use that reliably, like that would be really fucking cool. I'm not sure if it's like a glitch or something, or something that messes with the AI. But in this clip in particular, I switched targets after I summoned Doppel, so it was locked onto the Baphomet, and it stayed locked onto the Baphomet despite me switching to the Nobody. So then I'm just showing off now. That was just me did that World of E cancel again. Yeah, so I'm using the Blossoms heavy build, so I was hoping to. That's how I got that trick down, but I fucked it up there. Using movement to close distance, some couple simple GACs. I was hoping to do a couple more after judgment cuts. This was supposed to be drive. I fucked it up, and again through round trip. And this kill cam was so fucking painful for me. Like it dies from like from the reverse punch of Beowulf. I'm not even looking at the fucking enemy. So, but I still included it just because I really liked the movement that I had in it, and it had a World of V reverse trick down judgment cut, and that looks so fucking cool to me. That's like my new jam now. It's like I was focused on one thing. Made it out alive against the horde of mosquitoes trying to catch me lacking. Oh shit. Damn. You good? Like, do you have like mosquito repellent you can use? You good? Okay. All right, and then this is the final clip. So the final clip was I just called it General Sex Style with a sexy kill cam finish. Just because this part of the song to me is it has like a really solid like it bops pretty fucking hard, and I wanted something that was like really fucking cool as a finisher, and so this was actually the my first clip, but this was a different take of my first clip. The general sex style with a sexy kill cam finish clip or footage. That's what my notes say. Here, I'll show you. This is this is what the final note is. Yes. I like I said I really like music, and so that's actually why I made my entry this way. That's why certain sections are shorter and longer compared to others, because I wanted it to fit with the song that was being played. Yeah. That emote's amazing. So, yeah, so I actually start off similarly with this one, but again, I throw a round trip because that's a mistake. But this was really fucking cool. So, yeah, Doppel's down on the ground, and I do Starfall, and then I do this, and I pull this out, and Doppel is doing Yamato Combo C while I'm running around with this Mirage Edge. Like, I was like, holy shit, that is so fucking cool. Launches that enemy with Rapid Slash, and then I caught it, and then did 3 perfect sidestep, perfect judgment cuts. And that enemy died. I realized that, I'm repeating patterns too much. Let me jump and do a quick judgment cut into a trip down judgment cut. And I realized that I never actually did SDT jump cancel air stinger, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just end it like this. That was a perfect judgment cut. That's the finish right there. So yeah, that is my in-depth comments and analysis of my own entry. I put a lot of planning and forethought into it. Obviously, I mean, not quite to the level of someone like JJ or anything, but it was I grinded a lot to collect all the footage. So yeah, all right. Here I can So what I'll do probably is I'll probably split this VOD into 2 separate videos. One for me commenting about the entry, and then one for my own analysis. And I did. Like again, this is what I wanted for Cryocore, but I didn't have the time when Cryocore was I don't have the time when I was grinding for Cryocore. So I am really glad about that, at least. I don't like a lot of the kill cams in my entry. I still dropped too much. And there were sections on it that I really wasn't fond of, but I'm more proud of this entry than I am for my Cryocore one. So, I will I'll take that as a win. Yeah, no, I mean, I did still win Cryocore, but I was in the advanced division then, so. Okay, no, I'd really like to see your stuff, DDX. I mean, honestly, everyone who's here. Part of the reason why I like doing this and playing these games is seeing all these different types of players experiment and develop their own style. Like it is it is really. But now show us your live votes. Oh no. I mean, if you want me to, I can. I would probably have to take notes in general again, because I'd have to really write down, okay, what do I like more about this entry, and then I could publish the document in OCW or something after the voting closes. I'm not sure if I should do that. If I should do that before voting. Oh yeah, Dia, kick my ass, please. I fucking love your Nero. I do. please, DS Senpai. Do a Google Doc that's the same but is different. Then pretend it's the real one. but then you'll know by votes regardless. Yeah, I mean, for me, for this division in particular, the highlights were definitely were Ray, like 100% decide any value. Excuse me, and Alfred. There we go. Those three like were like really fucking solid standouts. The other entries were really good too, but like I just think of those three when I'm thinking of the when I was thinking of expert. So yeah, no, I will do it after voting closes. I do not feel comfortable doing that until voting ends. So so that three Vergil was fucking nutty. That was fucking nutty. So fucking nutty. So, all right. So I think I'm probably gonna call it here. Cause I need to. I'm pretty busy. These next couple of weeks because I'll be moving out next Friday. So I do not want to pack the day before. That sounds like a fucking nightmare. So I would rather start doing that. I'll probably do that this weekend in all honesty. And I'm not sure if I'll stream next week. It depends on how much packing I manage to get done over this weekend. If I do stream, it may only be one day. So yeah, no, I mean, I'd be cool with chilling, but I think in terms of the stream, I'm probably gonna call it here. So, all right, thanks everyone for dropping in and seeing me dive deep into into my own gameplay and comment on the other entries as well. So, I really appreciate it. This is still a lot of fun, even if it's just listening to me, rambling about everything that I was doing for my entry. I appreciate it. All right, peace, everyone. This is fun. I'll post an update on when I'll be streaming next on Twitter. So, all right, have a good night, everyone.